Hello, my name is Dr. Natasha Tipnis Shah and I am a consultant neurologist at HVS Group of Hospitals. Today on World Parkinson's Day, we are going to talk about this very common but often misunderstood disease. Parkinsonism as a group of disorders means that there is some problem either in this basal ganglia or its connections, which you can think of as wires. The most common form of Parkinsonism is an entity called idiopathic Parkinson's disease. And this idiopathic Parkinson's disease usually begins with one side of the body. And very often it begins with tremor. So idiopathic Parkinson's disease is a form of Parkinsonism, a generalized Parkinsonism. It is the one that begins with tremor. So coming back to, are all tremors Parkinson's? No, all tremors are not Parkinson's. And the diagnosis of Parkinson's disease or Parkinsonism does not always need a tremor. You can diagnose it even without a tremor. Constipation appears much before the other symptoms appear. The second symptom that appears much before other symptoms appear is called REM sleep behavior disorder. So in this phase of sleep, patients with Parkinson's, they start yelling, they start enacting their dreams out, they start throwing their hands and legs here and there. Another thing is loss of smell or decreased sense of smell. So anosmia or hyposmia. So these three symptoms are happening much before your motor symptoms come into picture. Now, amongst the motor symptoms, I think the first to appear usually is bradykinesia. The patient notices that one upper limb or one lower limb has become a little slow, or overall the patient has become slow. And some patients, they notice the tremor or they notice that the movement has become slow. And certain others come with frozen shoulder. For the motor symptoms, the most common medication which we give is combination of levodopa and carbidopa. And this is nothing but dopamine which we are giving externally. So dopamine is a chemical substance that goes and makes this control center, makes those wires act better, act faster, act nicer. And dopamine is what is missing because those cells that are dying, they were supposed to make dopamine. Now they can't make dopamine, so we have to give dopamine from outside. So the most common is levodopa, carbidopa. You may be getting medications like pramipexole, you may be getting medications like ropinirole. These act in not letting the dopamine effect go away fast or acting on the receptors in such a way that the effect is countered. So these are the basic medications which we use for motor symptoms. For the non-motor symptoms, that is according to whatever is happening. There are certain medications like amantadine which help with these on-off fluctuations. In Parkinson's disease or in any form of Parkinsonism, I think the medications and the other things like lifestyle, exercise, physiotherapy, they are a 50-50. So my medications can only help 50% and the rest depends on the other 50%. But before going to that, there is a very important note here for anybody who is on medications for Parkinson's. Please take your medications exactly as they have been advised by the doctor, because that will really help you. So it really depends on what kind of Parkinson's you are being diagnosed with. Idiopathic Parkinson's disease patients usually they begin with symptoms on one side of the body. Their memory gets affected late, their swallowing gets affected late. These patients are able to more or less live a very normal life for at least the first 5-10 years of their diagnosis. Some people are able to live a very normal life for even up to 15-20 years of their diagnosis. If you feel that anybody close to you, your relative, your friend, elderlies around you may have Parkinson's, please see a doctor because the medications are effective, and I think that is the underlying message that I want to give all of you. Thank you.